Chic Westers, Estelle here, PPP number 12. These are short video lessons I film every 2 or 3 weeks to support you on your quest. This month coming, we are welcoming new members in our circle, in our soul circle, in soul time. I want to review with you and reset your intentions, reset your whys. I was doing it for myself, and then I thought, what the heck? I should really do this in the PPP. Because we do this every 3 or 4 months, where it's really, we are ever evolving beings. And we need to keep it fresh, we need to keep it fun, we need to keep it creative. And I'm here to nudge you, but ultimately, it needs to come from you. And then we'll go into 3 really key aspects of designing your own Chic West for nobody else but you. The first one is time, second one space, and the third one is stuff. I hope you listen to this one. It's a good one. Bye. I am beginning tomorrow a 100-day project. So this is something I do every year. It's a sadhana, it's a personal practice. And this year, I'm not sure if you recall, but at the beginning of the new year, I challenged myself to paint 112 painting meditation inspired from the Radiant Sutra. It's a beautiful yoga book by Lauren Roch. And paint those painted meditation, they're literally just laid out on the book. And I've been doing this through the art channel. These have ended up being kind of small watercolor pieces, much inspired from my Chic collection. It's really always really close to me. But what I've decided for this wave of 100-day project, to obviously not do an entirely new one, but I've been working on bigger pieces from that project. And if you want to see it, you can just go into and access your art channel. It's under 112 days meditation, and they're listed by months. But I'm picking out my favorite, and I'm painting bigger acrylic pieces, something I always say I don't have time to do. And it's something also I really deeply long for, is to have more time to paint bigger pieces. So I'm challenging myself for 100 days, starting tomorrow, to paint 30 minutes bigger acrylic pieces. So technically, it's not like one painting a day, it's just working towards those bigger pieces. So as you know me, I will be recording all this. I think I'm gonna just time lapse it every day and perhaps post it up after like 7 days of practices or something. So and it's funny because I was setting myself kind of a schedule for the 100 days, and that's what inspired me this PPP, in that thinking that we are welcoming new members. And I know at first sometimes we go on the site and it becomes kind of super overwhelming, like how do I even begin? So this PPP is simply to kind of reset your intentions, look back at your word. And in the calls this month as well, we'll be doing tons of work in relation to the word that you've set for your year. So if you were in the wave with us, you were in the participant that signed up for January, some of you guys have been on this quest since way past in September. But this January was to set a word, not just for your 4 months, but it was literally a word for the entire year. So I want to bring that back. I'm hoping you don't miss the call on April 12th, where we're going to take our word for the year and literally like explode it. I'm really, really excited for that. So perhaps, if you do not have a word for the year, if you do not have your whys, you want absolutely to go and download your Chic West workbook. So that's an absolute must. And in there, there are your whys. Why are you doing this program? Like, what do you want out of Chic West? Like, and be specific. All right, first is a time. So sit down. What I did with my own 100-day and like perhaps now you've signed up for the whole year of SheQuest. Perhaps you've signed up for the next 4 months. It's all well and good. Whatever time that you've signed up for, pick a time, pick a minimum and a maximum of time you want to spend every day on SheQuest. And perhaps every day it's not possible for you. Maybe it's on weekend, but pick a time and write it down. So either in your planner, either in, I don't have a sheet, well, I have this one, either a journal, and make a commitment for yourself to be like, I'm gonna spend, I would say like, 10 minutes might be the minimum and 30 minutes the maximum. So set a minimum and a maximum. And another tip I would say, make SheQuest like you would something automatic. So think something automatic you do every day. So do you do like the dishes every day? Do you brush your teeth every day? Do you do laundry every day? What do you do every day that's like automatic? You don't even think about it. So it's almost a matter of making SheQuest less special than it is, less exceptional than it is, and also how we drop art from its pedestal that we've put art and all this fine art and museum, and we bring it down to something that we casually do, something that enhance our lives, and there's all these other things that we do that we don't even think about it anymore. And I want SheQuest to become like that for you, something like you just do. Like you wouldn't think of not brushing your teeth one day, like, bleh, you'd feel like all grossed out. Well, for me, when I don't do my yoga, when I don't do my breathing, when I don't do my meditation, like that's how it feels now for me. I would often say when I was doing a lot of hot yoga, like I would literally feel like a layer of like dirt on me. And think of this work as like your internal yoga, And so, there's not one day like you wouldn't take a shower, let's say, or whatever, the same as this work. So I think if we bring it down a notch, I think that can really help us. And what about if you skip one day? What about if you're listening to this and you've skipped like a couple months? And we have this like inner, like I get emails sometimes that women will be like I haven't done anything. Like, why am I still in it? And I want you to know, like, I'm still here, and kudos on you for being aware of that inner saboteur, voice that be like, well, you've missed all this time, whether that be like a day, a week, a couple months. Like, just give up already. Like, this isn't for you. And I want you to know that we are here. Just the fact that we are here and we're holding this place for you, this space for everyone, I think that accounts for something. And I think that accounts to also that willingness for you. The willingness is there. And there's other limitations that we need to kind of look at. There's other place that you're stuck that doesn't get you to sit your butt down and do that kind of work. And we need to look at that a bit more, but the willingness is there. So coming from like it doesn't matter to know that SheQuest is always here if you need it, and perhaps, and that too, I think that comes from like, what would it be success? What would a SheQuest, your membership, a successful membership look for you? Because that answer in itself, that's different for everyone. Like perhaps a successful quest for you would be to just do the art channel. And so you have to figure it out. Like this is the time slot, I'm going to spend 30 minutes a day, and I'm going to be guided by Estelle's painting meditation, program. I'm going to do 30 days. I'm going to do yoga. Or maybe for you, it's a bit of everything. 30 minutes a day, I'm going to listen to the podcast. The next day, I'm going to do yoga. The next day, there's so much things you can pick and choose from. So many tools on the website. But ultimately, you're the one that chooses what to take, what to not take. It's not going to be all of them. Most probably not. Maybe it will. But and we go through seasons, and it's a matter of like right now asking yourself, what do I really need the most right now? Do I need journaling more right now? Do I need to just be listening? Yeah. Oh, and last thing, set the bar low. Because, we're in April now. June's gonna look so much different than April. And to be like, I'm gonna go on the side 10 minutes a day, and maybe even to time yourself. I know I have to do that with my projects, with my personal commitments, because it doesn't happen if I don't time myself. All right, space. So one of the first summers I did SheQuest. It was so inspiring. People posted pictures of their SheQuest space. So that would have been like a desk they could spare. So have a space that you can come back to over and over again. And maybe for you, that's a corner of your kitchen table. Maybe for you, it's like a bedside table. Maybe for you, it's a bag. And you can bring that bag wherever you are. There's your watercolors in there, your journals in there, so that it's readily available for you. And one of the reasons we don't take time for ourselves is that we think we don't have time, we don't have space, and we don't have money. So if we've taken care of time before, we've talked about we're gonna have to schedule that shit down. Now it's space, a bag could work. You need a place where you got all your little stuff so that it's readily available, which leads me to the third kind of point. It's about stuff. I believe that everything that you're looking for, all the answers to your questions, they're already inside you right now. And what we do when we probe and we explore and we ask questions about our own lives, we're kind of just like, poking and just kind of opening this little shell that's been dormant for so long. So, you've already invested, the stuff. You got your beautiful platform, inviting you to do all these exercises. Use what you have and invest. It's a big deal to sign up for SheQuest because you are a big deal. And I think a lot of us, we sign up and then we don't do anything, perhaps because we don't feel we're worth doing that work. I have a quote here that I love so much by Herbert Otto that says, "Change and growth takes place when a person has risked himself, herself, and dares to become involved with experimenting with his own life." When mention is about containment, how can you contain your SheQuest? So, and that goes back a bit more to like the picking and choosing thing. If the art, it's not possible right now, and because the quarantine and stuff, you're not going to go out and get new materials, all that stuff. Like to use what you have now. What is readily available for you? I just watched that movie Onward with Isaiah, and they've talked about the quest, and one of the rules for going on a quest was like, use what you have. Use what you have. Anyways, I can't wait to see you on the call on April 12th. And I love you lots. I hope these 3 time, space, and stuff helped you. Bye.